It feels like we've been gone for a long time.
It's really this felt like a long break.
And it's a little over a week. I mean, isn't it just a week and a day, basically?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all it is. It's not like we've been gone. But I went to Iceland for the time period. And something happens when you're away, when you're not working. Like, at one point, it was like 6 days into the trip. And I'm like, I feel like I've been here for a fucking month.
Right.
Like, you start remembering things you did the first day. And you're like, that was only 5 days ago? Like,
because it's almost like after 3 days, you start adjusting. Like, it's almost a lifestyle change, right? It's not just this quick in and out vacation. Like 6 days in, you're like, this is what I do now. I hang out in Iceland.
I just
hang
do
out at this
this.
hotel. Like, this is my life now.
I'm not good at being away in one place for a long time. I'm not good at doing that. I'm glad I did it. I enjoyed it. And I actually wound up staying for those extra 2 days.
Really?
I stayed longer than I was supposed to.
How long did you stay in Iceland for? Like, when did you get back?
On the 8th day, I came back. I stayed for over a week.
Wow.
Which is unheard of for me.
Yeah.
I
All
left-
in the same place, not jumping around.
We went, I went Friday after the show. We finished the show. I got picked up immediately, went, and then I was supposed to come back the following Thursday morning, but I wound up staying until the following Saturday morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it the...
Your pictures and video from vacation were awesome.
Was,
Oh,
it the
thank you.
was it the penis museum that kept you there?
It wasn't, but I had a specially made seat.
Yeah. Spent a long time in the souvenir shop, did you?
I really did. There's a bunch of stuff that may or may not be given away next Monday night.
No.
It was a really, really fun trip.
So there's a penis museum in Iceland?
It's called the Phallological Museum. Phallological Museum, and it was something we did like
It really changes the perspective of Sleeve's song. Fa la 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 la.
Yeah, phallological. Yeah, it really did. I had heard about it, and like you start running out of stuff to do in a small country. It's not a huge country. There's only 340,000 people living there.
Now, when there's a dick museum, you never run out of fun.
How can you not go to that? I didn't go to a glacier. I didn't go to a volcano. We did do this. We did go to I did a whole bunch of stuff.
I just like that, because I wasn't. We texted back and forth here and there, but like I didn't know what you were doing on your vacation because I figured find out when you get back. But so my dad or whoever would ask me like, "Oh, what's Jim doing over there?" And I go, "I don't know. He's going to the Dick Museum," because I just saw your Twitter.
I had to.
So that's the only thing though that you put on Twitter. That and your Northern Lights tour, which we'll talk about in a second.
Yeah, well, it was.
But you did a photo, like you did a ton. You don't take vacation photos, really.
No, I don't.
And you just posted a ton of photos from the Dick Museum.
Well, there wasn't many things to see. Like again, the first night you're there, I got in late, so it was just basically get settled in. And then the second day was there. Was the McGregor fight. That was the Saturday night.
Oh.
So it was a matter of what I had to do is I had to find a place that was going to show the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight, because I didn't think I'd be able to get it on my UFC Fight Pass.
And we'll talk about the fight, of course. But one of the greatest texts I'd ever gotten, followed by the greatest disappointments ever, was during the day on Saturday, the day of the fight. Remember, we've been giving Jim a hard time for going to Iceland.
Instead of watching it here with you guys.
Right, because we were like, you could throw a party at your place and we could all come over, just mooching off of Jim. But he goes to Iceland, right after the show instead. And so Jim texts me on Saturday, and he's like, "Hey, are you ordering the fight?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he goes, "I'm having trouble with my Fight Pass, and I don't know if I'll find a place that is good to watch the fight. Would it be okay maybe if I Skyped you and then you pointed your computer to the fight?" It's like, "Oh, please let this happen."
That's what I thought. I contacted you and Bob Kelly, because I'm like, if one of these guys doesn't watch the fight, I have to have two options. But I thought that's what I might have to do. I couldn't find anywhere that was showing it.
Yeah.
And there was a bar called the Big Lebowski, which was, or Lebowski's. It was it was right across the street from where we were staying. And I heard they were showing the fight, but we had walked by it on the Friday night when I got there, and it was a fucking madhouse.
What's the time difference over there?
I think it's 4 hours, which meant that the fight was going to be starting at about 2 in the morning there.
Right.
Floyd and Conor. So I'm like, by 2 o'clock in the morning in Iceland, the way they drink over there, and they are a nation of fucking alkies.
Is that
What
right?
drunks. Yeah, because there's nothing to do there in the winter.
Sure.
So they drink. And I mean, even though it's summer now, they get used to being indoors and drinking. So I was like, fuck, man. And on UFC Fight Pass, I thought it was going to be showing it, but I'm like, I wasn't able to say that I could watch it. So I'm like, maybe because I'm in Iceland, there's a problem. It turns out that the Fight Pass did work, but they only turned it on like a half hour before. That was just how it was set up.
I see.
So Sam was willing to.
I would have loved it
to do it, and we wound up going over there at.
There would have been some glitches right before the fight just to watch you.
Meltdown.
Panic a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, we went over there at like 9 p.m. and we wound up getting the front table, the best seat in the house.
You were there at 9 p.m.
No, maybe 1 p.m. Sorry, 1 p.m. Which is 9 p.m. this time. Oh no, wait.
No. What time did you go Iceland time?
I'm trying to think. I went about a little after 12.
Oh, okay. So you're only talking a couple hours before the fight.
5 hours.
You went 5 hours before the fight?
I wound up being there for 5 hours. Fight
total?
Fight didn't start till about 5 a.m. I saw all the prelims or just the undercard. No, there was a couple of good fights. I mean, I didn't care about them, but there were a couple of good fights. But yeah, we had to get there. We get the front table. But I couldn't believe we got closest to the screen.
Was it because you were there so early?
There was people there, but yeah, that was one of the main reasons. But even by the end, there was not that many people there. So I think it was raining in Iceland. So the fact that it rained kept people away. I think people just said fuck it and stayed home.
But so, what day did you go to the Dick Museum? I think that's the most important.
That was the problem.
Which days? Well, I spent. That's why you spent the 8th day in Iceland, because you realized I just spent a week at the Dick Museum.
I know that when I go to Disney World, you can get multi-day passes.
Right.
You can probably do that at the Dick Museum.
Right. Like, you're not going to the Magic Kingdom one day. Like, you'd like to explore a second day, because the first day, it's sensory overload, and you're doing all these fun things. And the second day, you go back because you missed some stuff. And then the third day, you go back to find the hidden Mickeys.
And you're like, oh, I didn't notice that penis.
Right. So, like, Jim was going back on the third day to find all the hidden testicles all over the place.
No, I went, look, one of the best things I did before I went to the Dick Museum, and this is courtesy of Bill Burr, who told me, Bill texted me, he sent me a picture of this place called Blue Lagoon.
I thought he sent you a picture that you could use as an exhibit in the Dick Museum.
No. He did not send me a photo of his red pubes.
Okay.
He sent me a photo of this place called the Blue Lagoon Spa, which is like one of those natural hot spring spas.
Mm-hmm.
We wound up going for just one night because there was a hotel there that was sold out. So we could only get one night in the hotel. And the Blue Lagoon is just like this natural hot springs spa. Gigantic. It was gigantic. It's like a lake of just hot water. And there's people that walk around.
Is it man-made or is it real?
It's man-made, but the water in it is legit. Like, I think they actually just they carved out a place for the water to flow to. And you go in there, and it's a weird water. It's like really like it's filled with minerals and stuff. Like it's hard to even keep yourself underwater. Like when you sink underwater, you pop back up. It's like being in like the what's the Dead Sea? I'm thinking.
Gotcha.
It's probably like all salt and minerals.
You pee in it?
Multiple times.
You spoiled it.
Multiple times. And there's people that walk around with these weird masks you can put on your face.
Uh-huh.
Like the one mask they walk around. So everybody's walking around like a bunch of fucking zombies because you have this weird like these clay masks you can put on your face, which are like exfoliators. And one of them is white and one of them is blue. So you're walking around. There's hundreds of people.
Did you wear one?
I multiple ones. You walk up.
Exfoliated while you were there?
I rubbed it all over my face. I'm just walking around because my lady friend was getting a massage.
I see.
There was only one massage available, so I let her get it.
So while your lady friend is getting a massage, you decide to pamper yourself a little bit with an exfoliation mask in the pissing lake.
And that lake you're looking at, Troy, that's the one from the hotel. That's the private lagoon.
Oh.
The first one was the public one, which there was hundreds of people in it, and I thought it was gonna suck. Because I'm like, oh, there's all these fucking people. And everybody there was nice. Like, what an amazing experience. Everybody was friendly and happy. Nobody had shitty attitude, me included. Like, normally I have a shitty attitude. And I can't just blame the public. I'm a part of the problem. But I wound up going in this thing and I felt amazing.
You were influenced in a positive way by the environment.
Yeah, and the water's like between 92 and 104 degrees.
Jesus.
But there's so much room to expand and walk out and be by yourself. Like, look at all that area you have. It looks like it's claustrophobic, but it's really not. Like, you could be by yourself.
Oh, so when you say there's like, I mean, there
might have been 100 people, whatever.
But it looks like it's like over an acre of water.
It's gigantic.
Yeah.
There's plenty of little places to go and to duck into. There's like a sauna and a steam room.
Is there a place where you can do cannonballs?
You know, I don't think you were allowed to jump in.
Oh.
But it was the what are they called? The lifeguards have fucking they're like dressed like in winter gear because it was getting a little chilly there. It was like in the 40s and the 50s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it wasn't like here.
Oh, so you jump into like the hot water, but it's cold outside.
It was amazing. I want to go back in the winter. I want to go back in the winter because it must be amazing when it's freezing out.
Yeah.
To be in 100-degree water. And then the hotel, you have your own private lagoon. And there's like 4 people.
Did you go in the private lagoon in the hotel?
Oh, my God. Dude,
Did you pee-pee in it?
Yeah. I did.
Why keep pissing in
I
the
don't
water?
know. I did. Do you see the masks that people were wearing? They're wearing these white masks. But it feels good to rub on your face.
It does?
Yeah.
It's that rough exfoliation?
A rough exfoliation. And the one that was blue was like an algae mask.
Did you put that one on too?
Yes, I did.
Oh, my gosh.
I couldn't find any blue algae, and then I finally saw a lady walking around. They walked around with these bowls with these fucking scoopers in it.
Have you seen the blue algae lady? Was the blue algae lady, did she pass by here already?
And I saw that she came over and she gave me some.
Oh, good.
And I got a second helping.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Are
man.
you doing seconds?
Yes, I did seconds.
Oh, my gosh.
But there's a
You
weird...
really pampered yourself.
It was just a weird, like, normal person vacation. And the hotel, the problem was
A
everything...
little hoity-toity, if you ask me.
Yeah, it was, but I never do it. Like, I've never... Or,
You don't go on vacation.
No, I don't do this type of stuff in my life, so I never feel guilty when I do it, because I just don't do it.
Yeah.
And I'm happy I did it, and I can't wait to fucking do it again.
You didn't do gigs?
No, I did no gigs. I started up again at the end of this month. I was happy to. I was like, fucking just... But that was so relaxing. The hotel's boring, though, because it shuts down. Everything closes. Like, the hotel shut down. It was like this 45 minutes from Reykjavik, and it shut down at, like, fucking, 11 o'clock, and then by then the restaurants closed. So it's a peaceful night. So I would bring a few snacks the next time, because there's not much at night to eat there. And this little... the
Sneak
Silica.
a couple snacks.
I'll promote the Silica Hotel. One of the best things I've ever done.
But... bring some snacks.
Bring some snacks.
I see.
Dude, it's weird. You walk into, like, you want to go out into the private lagoon, and you walk into, like, a locker room area, and then you walk out of the locker rooms into this enclosed, warm bath area inside. You put your stuff, you take your stuff off, and then you get into the warm bath, and there's a door in the water that you pull open in the water, and then you walk right out, and you're in the private lagoon. So you don't even.
That's how they stop you from having to walk out in like the cold.
Yes, and
so
I
you're
didn't
not
know
gonna
that.
get hypothermia.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I walked outside with my shit, and I was freezing, and then she just walked out. I'm like, what a dope I am.
You went through the wrong door.
Yeah, but so then I just got in the bath inside, and it's weird to see a door. It was like being in a flood, because there's a door halfway flooded, and you pull it open, and you just walk. And you float into this amazing
Were they good-looking
lagoon.
people? Because that picture that Troy some hot chick in a little string bikini hanging out in the lagoon with a dumb face mask on.
There was every single imaginable body type and body shape in the main one. In the private one, there was only like 5 or 6 people. And you're walking in the private one, and what got weird is the ground was really slimy.
Yeah.
It was like stepping in fucking algae in a fish tank.
In the private one?
Yeah, and I got really skeeved out. I'm like, they don't wash these fucking floors. And then I'm like, what is this shit? Because there's white sediment all around the rocks. There's all this this weird white hardened. It looks fake. It looks like they have put porcelain around the entire thing. All this, and she thought it was fake. She's like, they painted this. But I'm like, no, there's too much of it, and it goes up the rocks in too much of a weird, non-patterned way. I'm like, this is all the minerals that just dry. So it was just like algae or something on the ground. We scooped it up. You scoop it up, and it was this white stuff. It was like soft white clay. And then it stopped grossing me out once I realized it was the same shit that I was throwing on my face. Oh, there's the door. That's the door that you walk out
The
of.
water door.
And it smelled like farts. So I felt really at home.
Where? The
a
whole
lot of
thing?
the water did because it was
Oh.
because it was sulfur in the water, which is really good for you.
Yeah, I know, but it stinks.
I don't care. So does I always smell like that. So I felt
That's
like
true.
I was home.
Right. And then like, oh, who farted? And you're like, I'm not telling. I think it's just the sulfur.
It's the word. I was in paradise there because I farted all over Iceland. I was like, it's not me. It's the volcano.
It's not me. I swear.
Dude, I fucking.
Did your lady friend enjoy watching you get pampered?
You know, it was weird. She didn't. Yeah, I mean, she. I didn't really get pampered. I just.
What are you talking about? You wore 2 face masks and you're walking around in an algae pool.
But she was doing it too.
You got seconds.
Here, you got seconds on your algae
I
mask.
did that while she was getting a massage. I let her see me a second. But yeah, she was doing it
so
too.
she didn't know you got seconds.
No, but it was just fun. We just had fun. I haven't never done that. Like I've had fun. I've had a great life, but I mean, I've just never done like a vacation like that.
Right.
It's been many, many years since I've done that.
Fart water and a penis museum.
It sounds great.
Yeah, you're right.
And blue algae
normal
face
person
masks.
vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, a fart water and a penis museum.
Jim's just trying to piece together what a normal vacation could be like.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm not being like I'm not being a pig, so this must be what a normal vacation is like.
Yeah, I was a very good boy.
So okay, so you spend time in the fart pool and you piss all over it.
I did piss a lot in it, yeah. I tinkled in the water.
So, and then you go to the Dick Museum after you got pampered?
No, that was a few days later. We wound up going to see the North. Oh, we did that. I think the Dick Museum before the Northern Lights.
Did somebody say like, "Oh, there's this cock museum that you got to see"?
We had heard about it, and I thought it'd be funny to go to.
Like, what did the concierge be like? Well, we have this pool where you can get algae masks in the pool, and it's actually really nice. We have a giant cock and balls museum, and a couple restaurants.
Well, you want to feel my hand? How soft my hand is?
Mm-mm.
If I exfoliated it, the thing, my skin feels so soft and smooth.
Did you bring home any Iceland exfoliant?
No.
Do you think you're going to change your beauty regimen now?
No.
Oh,
My beauty regimen is very good.
it is.
You sure? Obviously. I mean, you should just feel the back of my hand though. Feel how smooth it is.
Troy, why don't you feel it? Yeah, Troy.
It's all from exfoliation.
Yeah, feel Jim's hand.
Feel smooth it is.
It's really.
Is it really
Thanks.
smooth?
It is, baby smooth.
Wow, is that from the exfoliant? Do you
It
think?
is, yeah. I have my own cum dribbling over the back of it. That's my right hand. No, yeah, after a while you get a little bit bored. Oh, one thing I wanted to do. I went to the Bobby Fischer Museum.
There's a Bobby Fischer museum too.
That's where he died. He died in Iceland. So I wound up going to his the Bobby Fischer.
Is it next door to the penis museum?
No, it's far away. I rented a car and I drove to the Bobby Fischer.
Do they drive on the right side of the road?
No, the one we do. They drive on our side of the road, so that's what
Right.
scared me. And I wound up going there and
What do you mean? They drive the same as us.
No, it scared me the idea that they might not.
Gotcha.
And then I wound up going to do that, and I went to his grave. I always kind of wanted to go to his grave, and it was it wasn't as solemn. Someone thought I put on a solemn video. What didn't feel that solemn. It's like you don't want to be a fucking maniac while you're at somebody's grave, but it didn't feel like.
Right, let's watch it.
It's only 58 seconds. So one thing I had wanted to do when I was in Iceland is I wanted to go to Bobby Fischer's grave. So we went to the Bobby Fischer Center, and it was nice. Little knickknacks from the match in Reykjavik. And this is where he's buried. It's this church behind me.
Look at you, Iceland tour guide Jim.
Yeah. And they're doing some construction here.
Where's the grave?
I show it. I was just showing the area. It's just like a regular tiny church. But it's just a little quiet place. I expected there to be a big crowd of people. I'm like, it's probably gonna be mobbed. And here it is. Yeah, that's it.
That's
just a
it.
little tiny headstone. I did expect there to be a big crowd though.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I came.
Or at least like some kind of people, like some kind of tour group.
Nobody was there but us. So I don't know why I thought it was gonna be a mob. I'm like, oh God, there's gonna be a tour bus in front of us.
Well,
We're gonna have to
yeah,
wait
I mean,
for hours.
Chess is the hottest thing in the world right now.
Yeah, that when you say it like that, that is a good point.
Yeah. Plus, that hot movie "Searching for Bobby Fischer" is still just tearing up movie theaters across the country.
It was. Probably my overestimating.
Yeah.
The public demand to go and see the grave of a guy who did nothing but rail about 9/11 and Jews. I don't know why I thought that'd be a hot spot for young people.
I see it as the same thing as Graceland.
No, Graceland's popular.
Oh, is it?
A madhouse.
Oh,
yeah.
I wonder why Elvis is more popular than Bobby Fischer.
He really is.
Huh.
But I was happy I went though. I tried to buy something from the museum. I knew they wouldn't sell it.
What kind of knickknacks did they have?
They
Is
had.
that-
You
He
tried
said
to buy
Nick-
something.
I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, you tried to buy some of the knickknacks.
They had.
He tried to do it in every museum. He's like, "Are these dicks for sale?"
No, it was.
How much for just? I'll leave. What if I leave all the chess pieces here, but how much for just the board?
I tried to buy. I asked about. No, a lot of the stuff was for sale. It was like a bookstore. It was like a Bobby Fischer Center, and they have a few things because most of the stuff from the.
Copies of Mein Kampf.
No, they didn't have that.
Oh.
Signed by Bobby.
Yeah, do they kind of just focus on the chest part?
They did. They
Yeah.
left out the whole anti-Jew thing. It's day on the Jews. But a lot of it was just pictures of his life and things. There was one chair I sat in, which was Bobby's. It was actually a chair he had sat in this bookstore in Reykjavik that he loved, and I actually did sit in that. I was happy to sit in a chair that Bobby had sat in.
Bobby Fischer sat in this chair.
I really did think that way. Yeah, it was one of my longest standing favorite people. But I wanted to, the board and all that stuff they said is in the National Museum. Like none of the real stuff is there.
So what were you trying to buy?
They have tickets to the match, and they had stuff like whenever you play a chess match, you annotate the match. Like you write all these, you write your moves down.
Sure.
And there was the carbon through, like the original ones in the museum, but there was a carbon under it, and the carbon was in the Bobby Fischer Center.
So you tried to buy the carbon?
No. I would never got there, but there was some tickets to the original match that were stamped.
Yeah.
And it was like 20 of them. But I'm like, you guys sell these? And they're like, no.
How much you want?
I would have given them. I would have paid a lot for one.
How much would you have paid for
I
one?
don't know, but I have nothing of Bobby Fischer's. I would love to have something. I
Yeah.
would love to have something that was his, but it's impossible to get.
I just love the idea of Jim going through like the Bobby Fischer Museum and going, how much for that? It's not for sale. Okay, and then going to something else. What about this? How much for this? Like just asking to buy every exhibit.
I did.
How
buy,
much is this?
I did buy a shirt. It was not a great shirt.
A T-shirt?
I bought a T-shirt at the Bobby Fischer Center.
They have T-shirts at the Bobby Fischer thing? They don't
At
even
the
have
center.
the real stuff.
No, they have a couple of things, but again, it's
They
all,
have tickets. They don't even have actual stuff from the chess match.
Because well, they do have. Here's what they have.
It honestly sounds like a garbage Bobby Fischer display.
No, it was.
Travis, do you think it sounds like a good Bobby Fischer display?
It doesn't sound like a good use of an afternoon.
You wouldn't have went there, Travis.
Probably not.
Can you imagine a little kid, like if Jim had like a 5-year-old with him, just like how upset he would be that his dad made him go to the fake Bobby Fischer museum?
No, well, the real stuff is in the National Museum.
Well, that's why you gotta go there.
No, I didn't care about that. I would rather have gone
They're
to
like,
the
oh.
Bobby Fischer Center.
Bobby Fischer sat in this chair once, and this is a copy of a thing that he wrote. And these are some tickets that other people had to his
I
show.
want to know what the T-shirt is.
It also had. No, it's none of that stuff. It had. I'll tell you one thing they had.
Troy just pulled up a T-shirt that says, "Don't play checkers in a chess world."
They had a table. Show the table that they had there. The world match, the match between him and Boris Spassky was played on this really nice table, and they both signed it.
Oh my God! And I hate to interrupt you. The spelling of souvenir that I just saw.
Was it bad?
I mean, it was insane. It was crazy.
No,
Did he spell it wrong?
He was so off. But go on. I apologize.
That's okay. That's the table that was in the. That's the table that was in the. No, that one didn't have this. That's
didn't
the,
sign it?
No, that's the table that was actually in the Bobby Fischer Center. So I'm like, is that the table they played the match on? He
Yeah.
said the table they played the match on. There was only 5 of them made in the world, and the one they actually played the match on was a different color, and was signed by Bobby and Boris. And
This
is
isn't
in
even the table?
No, but it's one of the 5.
It's a fifth of something that Bobby Fischer was a part of.
Yeah, the real table is in the actual National Museum, and you probably
So-
can't get near it.
It's one of 4 replicas.
No, I don't know why they made 5.
It's like in the movies when you buy something at auction and it's like one of 6 Dorothy costumes,
Right.
But only one was used in the movie.
We don't
We've got
know.
these other 5.
This could have been used in. No, you
Could've
know
been.
it wasn't. Like one has wrinkles and is faded, and this one's pristine.
Yeah. So they had that.
That's not cool.
My shirt was, you probably won't like my shirt when I wear it. It's
What-
not a great shirt, but I didn't care.
Oh, cool. They both signed that chessboard from the Bobby Fischer Center.
No.
That's not from.
I don't think so. You
That's
know
not
what?
from the center that you were at.
Is that, you know what? Did they sign that? Maybe they did and I didn't see it. I think I would have seen it.
No, I think you
It's
would
from the
have.
chess museum.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. So that's not where Jim was.
No, I was at the Bobby Fischer Center.
Where they have nothing that Bobby Fischer actually touched except a chair that they stole.
I do recommend it highly. Here's what it is. I called
Why would you recommend it highly?
because it's just his thing. I wound up going there and I thought like, okay, there's only open for 2 hours a day. It's open.
Because they're like, we can't possibly waste everybody's time for more than. It's amazing. It's open for 2 hours a day and still no line to get in.
It was only open for 2 hours a day.
Was it crowded?
No, there was a guy in there,
A guy.
and
He worked
it's
for-
off season. And I wound up going, and I called, and I said, "Look, what time are you guys open until?" And they said we close at 4. It was only 90 minutes left, and I said, "Oh," and they're like, "But we'll stay open for you."
Yeah, they got nothing going on.
They told me they'd stay open.
Was it when he was talking to you? Was his voice echoing off the walls because there was nobody in there?
It didn't sound like he had anything else to do.
Is there a language barrier there? Because English isn't like the...
No, but they all speak English.
Okay.
All of them. So I got there 30 minutes to spare, 20 minutes to spare. It was about a 50-minute to an hour drive. And the guy was very nice.
You drove an hour?
Yes.
To get here?
Well, I asked him where the grave was. I knew the grave I wanted to see. I knew that was close by. And it was probably about 6 minutes, a 5-minute drive down the road.
Well, I guess since it's his actual grave,
Yeah.
I can't be that mad at that. But this Bobby Fischer Center is
Well, that was just, the
like a
grave was the
KFC?
goal.
a terrible spot.
The goal was the grave. I wanted to go there. And so I said, okay, let me go to the Bobby Fischer Center.
Is there KFC in the Bobby Fischer Center?
Their sponsor or their supporter.
Maybe a supporter.
KFC supports the Bobby Fischer
That's
Center.
good. That's nice. They should.
That is nice. That is. What did your lady friend think of the Bobby Fischer Center?
She was fine with it. Like, she knew I really wanted to go, and she didn't care. She was okay with it. She enjoyed being like she didn't have any agenda. She was very easygoing. Like whatever
Right.
we did, we did. She didn't give a fuck.
So she probably, because you were so enthusiastic about all this nonsense, she probably didn't realize what a waste of everyone's time it was.
Well, she sat through the Floyd Mayweather fight with me. We wound up going to the bar and spending there for hours in this bar. She didn't mind that. So
Yeah, but this, at least you were actually watching the fight.
Yeah.
Like this would be like if you went to a bar to watch a white guy and a black guy pretend to be Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor and just reenact the fight.
and
Like
so, or
this-
see tickets from the fight.
Yeah, this has no connection to Bobby. The Bobby Fischer Center is not connected to Bobby Fischer at all.
Sure, it is. It's his center.
Why don't they have any of his stuff?
They have what they could get.
They just have replicas.
Well, you know,
and-
if it's
and-
hard because his stuff doesn't exist. There's not much of his stuff.
Yes, it is. It exists in the chess museum.
The museums get it. A museum is different than a center. I
Is
think
it?
there should have been a little more stuff from
there,
Bobby's.
there should have been, I think.
But his chair was there.
What did the shirt say? But you still, even though you were like, there should probably be a little bit more in the way of knickknacks, because I heard in the video that there were knickknacks,
Like a few.
but not that many.
No, a lot of pictures of Bobby.
I like that they had the audacity to print shirts up for their Bobby Fischer Center, even though they had nothing of note on display.
Well, it's just based. No, it wasn't. It was basically just a shirt. It was a quote of his, and I liked it.
This could be very inappropriate for the workplace.
No, it's not. It's not a bad. No,
it's
no,
not
no.
a quote of from his later life.
No. It's just it's just a quote about chess.
What is the quote?
I checked out the Bobby Fischer.
No, I wish the shirt was there. He says, "I don't believe in psychology. I believe in good moves." I bought that shirt.
Why'd you buy that?
Can you wear that on your next special?
Oh no.
Oh, you have to. Why would you buy that shirt?
No, it doesn't have his face on it. That one.
It just says the quote. I don't believe in psychology. I believe in good
Well,
moves.
someone asked him about. He was responding to a question. He
Yeah.
wasn't trying to be deep. Somebody
And
asked
then
him about the psychology of it, and he said, "I don't believe in psychology. I believe in good moves."
And then some asshole made it into a T-shirt, and then some bigger asshole
Bought
bought,
it.
the
Yeah.
T-shirt.
It was the only one they had, though.
Oh,
They
yeah.
made one.
And you would need a keepsake for that
I had to have one.
for that great trip. Are you gonna wear it?
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna wear. I bought a small though, so I packed on a couple over there. I ate a lot of desserts.
Little motivation. Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta lose the weight so I can wear my cool Bobby Fischer T-shirt.
Yeah.
Were you worried they wouldn't have any T-shirts left?
Yes, I was. I was worried they wouldn't have my size.
Oh, what if they're sold out?
They weren't.
No, they weren't.
No, there's plenty to go around.
Do you have to wait on a long line
Nope.
at the merch table?
There was no merch table. I just said, "Can I have this shirt?" And he went, "Yeah." And I bought a book about the psychological profile of Bobby Fischer.
Yeah, but the book was all secondhand assumptions because nobody associated with the Bobby Fischer Center had any connection to Bobby Fischer.
No, that's not true.
They
I
were
bought
just-
something that was signed.
It's just a bunch of people that went to one of his chess matches, so that's why they have all tickets.
No, I did buy a little thing that was autographed, so I was happy to get that.
It's a fake autograph.
No, it was a real autograph.
I hope it was a fake autograph.
It's a replica.
It is.
No.
It's it's a stamp, right? Yeah.
No, it was a real autograph.
What did he sign with, marker or pen?
Well, he didn't sign it. It was a sign.
No.
It was signed by some Icelandic chess master, the guy who made the actual Reykjavik match take place. The guy who
cares?
Well, I did. It was the only signature available.
You wanted something so bad, you wasted your money.
No, these are the jewels from
But yeah,
the
that's
belt.
pretty much what it was. This is the guy who drove him to the match.
You got the autograph of the guy who put the match together.
Yeah.
So this guy who talked to Bobby Fischer.
Yeah.
You got his autograph.
I got his autograph.
Oh, that's so cool.
I did, yeah.
What did he sign?
It was this. It might have been something like this speech from Bobby's wake or something like that. It was like a copy of it was a teeny little 5-page thing.
Do you think he should have spoken at Bobby's wake, or the only reason he spoke at Bobby's wake is because Bobby was stuck in Iceland?
No, Bobby got citizenship. He wanted to be there. That's where he wanted to go because the U.S. was going to arrest him. He got
Right.
arrested in Japan.
That's what I mean. If he hadn't been arrested, do you think he would have been back in America and not allowing this guy who you got his autograph?
No, he left America. He wanted to leave America. No, I think he would have been happy to be there. I don't know if any of these autographs on eBay are legit. I wouldn't pay for any of them.
Well, see,
I wouldn't buy any of them. I've only seen one that I would pay for.
what's the name of the guy who you got his autograph?
I don't remember.
You don't remember his name?
No, who the fuck knows? Gives a fuck. You know, Schwingdan S'mores.
Did you get excited in the moment and buy a bunch of stuff?
No, I bought only.
How much did you pay for the autograph?
No, the book was very cheap. It was
Yeah.
20, 30 bucks.
Okay.
Not 40 bucks. But it was. But the book I bought was it was like a good book on Bobby Fischer. I want to read it.
But he signed it.
No, there was the other pamphlet I bought.
How much? Yeah, how much was the
Yeah, it might have
pamphlet?
been $20.
Okay, so it wasn't like
No, it wasn't some crazy.
Did you spend almost $100 at the Bobby Fischer Center?
Including admission?
What?
They charge admission.
What?
Yeah,
Admission?
1,000 KR, which is probably $10.
I'd be furious if somebody took my $10. I'm assuming they take your admission obviously before you can go in, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they just rob people of $10.
No, I didn't mind it though. I didn't mind spending the money.
Admission
I didn't mind.
to go and see nothing?
No, it was fun.
To go and see replicas of stuff?
I got to sit in the chair that he used
Back
to
to
read
the
books in the
chair.
bookstore in.
How much
It
was
wasn't-
admission?
$10. 1,000 KR.
He said 1,000 KR.
1,000 KR is $125.
Then it wasn't that. I just no.
100
It's not $100.
krona.
Maybe
Krona.
100 KR, maybe.
100 krona.
No, 1,000. I
But
think it's $10.
It wasn't a chess chair. It was just a chair he sat in the
He
bookstore.
used to read his books in. I took a picture in the chair he used to read his books in the bookstore. In the chair he'd read in.
No wonder it was in the Bobby
Oh, I
Fischer
know something
Center.
that they had
It
that
was
was
probably
his.
rejected by a museum. It was just
They had some of his.
okay. What was it?
They had the last 5 books
Oh.
that he ordered at that bookstore, but he never got them because he died.
It's not even his.
And one of them was a book of dirty jokes.
But he never touched the books.
No, he died.
He died before
He never got it. They never got
Canceled
it.
order.
So he didn't read them.
No, he didn't.
So they just knew a guy who worked at that bookstore.
But he just, yeah.
That's like saying we have Ozzy's Beatles books.
Right. He never touched them. That's like you selling Ozzy's
No, Ozzy's
Beatles.
Ozzy actually spent more time with the Beatle books than Bobby did with these
No,
books.
that's true. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh my God.
So that was a great day.
What a colossal waste of everyone's
That was
time.
a great day. After that, I was like, oof, that was our day.
I would be furious if they took my $10. And I walked in there and I was like, "Oh my God, I've been had.
I didn't
This
mind.
is nothing more than carny shenanigans. I might as well be on the boardwalk right now, thinking that I'm gonna be able to dunk a basketball in that oval-shaped hoop. They took my money. They saw me coming. I'm surprised they didn't sell you a bridge that was once owned by Bobby Fischer.
I was happy to be there and look at the paintings on the wall.
What kind of paintings?
Paintings of Bobby,
Of Bobby or by Bobby?
of him,
Of Bobby.
of Bobby, paintings of Bobby.
They're not his
It was a great day. Any chess fan should go.
For what?
I recommend any chess fan go.
They're not his paintings, though.
No, they're not.
It's just a guy painted a photo of Bobby, and they're like, for $10, you can look at them.
And then go to the grave. I recommend the grave.
Can you go to the grave without paying the $10?
You can, sure.
Then
But
why
the
would
guy
you-
showed me where it was. It's hard to find. It's in a back area.
Can you
like-
Google map it?
I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
I didn't mind spending
Oh.
the money.
What a swindler this guy is.
No, they had to keep the lights on. You know, they don't get a lot of visitors. Only 2 hours a day.
Of course they don't get a lot of visitors.
I'm surprised though. I thought it was gonna be like a huge thing.
Yeah, nobody's interested. It's a terrible exhibit.
No, it wasn't terrible. I should have brought flowers to the grave. I kind of wish I had,
For what?
just to do it. Why not?
I would have teased you if you had done that.
Oh, they exhumed him. I forgot about that to make sure somebody wasn't his.
Oh, like they dug him up?
Oh, yeah, because someone was saying they were related to him. Oh, I wish I had been there. I would have taken like a hair.
It would have been better than anything you got that shitty museum.
I would have taken something off the corpse.
If that museum,
Is that creepy?
You would have grave robbed Bobby Fischer.
I would have pulled one of his hairs out.
you would have turned yourself into a grave robber because of your fandom for Bobby Fischer.
Yeah.
They should have stolen some hair for the goddamn museum.
Yeah, I agree.
Would have been much, much better.
Yeah, this one girl was saying that she was his daughter and she wanted a piece of the money.
That would have been like going to the Dick Museum and all they had were scrotums. There was a dick on this scrotum once.
There was not a lot of dicks there of human. There was only a couple.
There were a couple human dicks, though?
Yeah, it was mostly animal dicks.
So
It was really a weird place.
So this is the other museum you go to. Somebody decides in Iceland, like, we need to further examine penises.
Yeah.
And we need a museum for that.
Yep.
And you were like, we should go check that out because the Bobby Fischer Museum was such a raging success.
Instagram pulled my pictures down from the penis museum. Those babies.
Why?
They really are.
It's a museum. It's
the
not even
worst.
real. Like,
They're the worst.
I've seen Eric Andre's penis on Instagram 100 times.
Yeah, they took it. I think they took them all down.
That's ridiculous.
So silly.
Somebody probably complained.
I mean, I was yawning in front of one. It was a silly photo.
Jim was yawning in front of one of the penises hanging off the wall. So what is and saying this is not a great place to yawn?
It was a very small museum. Another one that's just like 2 rooms.
Of just dicks.
A lot of whale dicks are huge.
Well, I would hope so. It'd
Yeah,
be
but
so
I mean they're bigger than
embarrassing.
you think.
Like, how big are they?
Let me see. I'll find the picture in there.
Is that the guy who runs the Dick Museum?
It might be.
What a creep.
Yeah, he was. Did I tweet a whale dick or no?
I don't think so. I saw the photo that you tweeted of the pictures. I love that one. Of the
two guys,
photos.
yeah, they were side by side.
One guy has a giant dick, and you can clearly see his face. And one guy has a little tiny dick, and his face is blurred out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can still, by the way, completely see his face through the blurred out.
Yeah, you can. It's not doing an effective blurring job.
No. It's like they just kind of scratched up the frame, but you can still see the guy's weird porn mustache.